Have you got any new music coming out this year?
Ooh, yeah. There's a rapper called Jay Bravo. I like to think of him as kind of like the Jay-Z of like Leeds and Yorkshire, just because he's got a bank of producers.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That he'll pick on and stuff. But also he brings people through as well. So if you've watched Dope Flop and you've seen people come out of Leeds from Dope Flop, he's had a hand in a lot of those guys' kind of careers and stuff, like mentor them as like MCs and stuff. So I've got a lot of respect for him and stuff. So we've got an album that's coming out called Chunky Bars. Won't say anything else than that, but yeah, that's more or less finished. So that'll be coming out this year. I've got a collaboration album with a rapper called Heinous Rhymes.
Yeah.
So that's in the works and stuff. And then there's a few other stuff. I got my other beat tape that I was going to drop the start of this year, but it was instead I wanted to draw everybody to a Bandcamp because a lot of the albums that were on another label just been transferred over to you.
So it's good to get them all onto
yeah.
Bandcamp itself.
Yeah.
You were featured on BBC Introducing back end of last year. How did that come about, and what was what's been the result of that?
Oh, I think, yeah.
I think that was 2017. Was it? No, it was 2017.
It's a hard one because it depends which one. I've had songs played on BBC Introducing last year. Yeah. I think that might have been
did you go to
songs with Heinous Rhymes and Lens that got played.
Yeah.
But it was the Uncanny launch.
Yes.
That was it. That was 2016, I think
2016?
It was. Yeah. That was brilliant because I spoke to Alan Raw, who does the show and stuff. I asked him, I've got an album out. And because basically what happened was, because I'm part of the Universal Zuna Nation, basically what happened was we were invited to the show. That's how I got to know Alan Raw and stuff. And he allowed me to play one of the songs, which was Maybe Sometimes. And he interviewed me then and said, "Oh, what have you got going and stuff?" And I said, "Oh, I've got the album coming out." Yeah. And he said, "Right, when the album's finished, let me know and we'll get you back on the show." That's so obviously brilliant. I spoke to him.
Yeah.
But it was brilliant because it was like kind of like all the people that I worked with on the Uncanny EP were close friends.
Yeah.
So you got like Marcus Lee, a girl called Lara Rose. I think you might have met Lara Rose, but yeah. But there's a few other people that I'd worked with, and there were people that I rate that might not have been at the top, but they deserve to be there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I remember we were walking up the stairs, going into the room, and I was just like, "You got 5 brothers and sisters in the BBC on a project, invited." We're not banging on the door, invited to come in and talk about this project. That's positive. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And it was just like, true. For me, it was a proud moment for me because it's kind of like, well, that doesn't happen all the time. And it's like, we need to savor this moment. And the energy that we had, even when we were waiting around, we brought an energy to all the other people. Because it was live streamed, we were just messing about, but it was just, we didn't all know each other. I mean, obviously we did, but the other people didn't.
Yeah.
But after 10 minutes, we were all friends. It was that kind of positive energy that we got, and we brought that into like the radio show, and it was just amazing. I mean, Alan actually said to me afterwards, he said, "Well, the feedback was that was like one of the favorite or one of the most popular ones.
Yeah.
In that year." I was just like, that's touching. Do you know what I mean? So.
That's amazing. That is amazing. What do you think about the Leeds music scene and what's coming?
How do I put it? Right. Leeds has got talent, and Leeds is, I don't want to use the word privilege, but we've got venues. So if and like, because I'm at the music college, I see people coming from different places. And I ask them, what's your ends like and stuff? And they're like, we already got 2 venues. and it's just singer-songwriter stuff. But here, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're clever enough and you got it together, you can go and do a venue. I did a set in a comic book shop for Luke Cage. You know what I mean? For the Luke Cage Netflix.
Yeah.
Just because, just being creative.
Yeah.
If you're creative, you can do it anywhere. You can do it in a record store or whatever. You just have to have that entrepreneurial brain. Artists did there, but it's like anywhere. I think one person was saying to me, because she kind of works in Manchester, does stuff in Manchester, but obviously she's up here in Leeds as well. And she was saying about some of our artists is they don't know how to work the stage as much as, like, say, the MCs down in Manchester and stuff.
Yeah.
But I think in whole, the kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The artistic development thing kind of needs a bit of working, and I think the raw talent is there definitely. I think it's part of it is just kind of nurturing that talent. And just bringing them up and getting them a bit to understand about just little things that, because you're competing, you have to compete with what's established, especially whatever genre. So if it's hip hop, grime, do you know what I mean? It has to meet a certain standard so you can say, well, look, it's like Christian music. You can have your Christian version of Nas. But if it's not that excellence,
then we don't want to know.
Exactly. If the beat ain't banging, if it sounds like, you know, you made it in, well, I was about to say GarageBand, but that's not fair. You know, if you made it on, because GarageBand's like Logic, exactly, a Nokia 3210, do you know what I mean? And like Casio keyboards, you know what I mean? It's like, no.
Yeah.
You know, there's probably a genre for that kind of stuff, but like I was saying, if you're going for excellence, you need to go for that. So it's those little bits that I think, but that's what I mean. It's like people like myself have to go out there and find the talent, and even if it's just a little conversation, it's just saying, look, have you thought about this? Have you thought about that? And kind of empower them to be able to say, well, look, you know, you can go independent by yourself. Just start off, keep going, and everybody coming together and helping out, not just like little pockets of people and stuff. Exactly. Everybody coming together and saying, well, look, because what can happen sometimes at Carnival is, and that's no disrespect, but you could have a C-list artist come and play at Carnival when you've got people like Dialect over here. Do you know what I mean? We've got artists that need that extra push. Exactly. So you can nurture that person and say, right, by the time it gets to August, you are ready. We're going to do some shows. We're going to get you some coaching. Do you know what I mean? Performance. Maybe we'll get some dancers or whatever. Because at the moment, everybody's just doing their own little thing.
That's true.
But when somebody blows up, do you know what I mean? It's kind of different. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, yeah. Oh, people are sometimes saying, oh, well, what's happening? Where's our talent? But nobody's doing anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it needs that person to bring it all together.
But the talent's there, though. The talent's there.